Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Shraddha's Physics. Today we are going to solve some problems on the complex numbers. This is the second part. So today we are going to calculate the principal argument of the complex number. We have already discussed this part in the previous lectures. So let us now recapitulate about the principal argument of the complex number that we have already discussed. That is, this is our first quadrant. This is the second quadrant, this one is the third quadrant, and this is the fourth quadrant. So when we are calculating about the capital argument, this is the capital argument of z. So this is known as the principal argument. In this case, this argument of z, this is equal to the small argument of z. I can write this is equal to small argument of z, which is equal to theta. So you know this theta equal to tan inverse y by x, where y is the imaginary part of z and x is the real part of z. Or I can write, since z equal to x plus iy, so for that case we have already discussed it. That is, when z equal to x plus iy, this is the complex number, then theta is equal to tan inverse y by x. This is the polar representation, theta equal to tan inverse y by x, and r equal to the root over of x square plus y square. We have already discussed this. This theta is nothing but the argument of z, or this is known as the principal argument. This is basically argument of z, or this is capital argument of z. I am writing here capital argument of z. This is the principal argument, and it is a single valued function. Capital argument of z, this is the single valued function, and this is known as the principal argument, and this small argument of z is nothing but the capital argument of z plus 2k pi. We have already discussed this part. This is equal to small argument of z. So let us see in the second quadrant, that is here the argument of z equal to this capital argument of z, this is your pi minus theta, and here in the third quadrant this will be equal to minus of pi minus theta, and in the fourth quadrant this capital argument of z is nothing but minus of theta, or this is a minus of small argument of z. So basing on this concept, we will try to solve some question. In the first question, what is the principal argument of the complex number, that is 1 plus root over 3i. Here if we will compare this as z equal to, this is z equal to 1 plus root over 3i, or we can write this as, this is equal to, suppose I will compare this with x plus iy. So here x equal to 1 and y equal to root over 3. Clear? Now theta equal to, I can write theta equal to tan inverse y by x, or theta equal to tan inverse root over 3 by 1, or this is equal to tan inverse root 3. This tan inverse root 3 is nothing but the pi by 3. Clear? So here you can see that this pi by 3 means theta equal to 60 degree. So 60 degree, this will lie in this first quadrant. So I can draw this line here. So this is just 60 degree. This is just near about 60 degree. This 60 degree. Here this will be in this direction. This is equal to theta equal to pi by 3. So this is the principal argument of the z equal to 1 plus root over 3i, because here this theta, small argument of z, equal to capital argument of z. Clear? Now let us solve for minus 1 minus root over 3i. This is the second question. Now let us solve this. This is the value of z, and also I can compare with the x plus iy. So here x equal to minus 1 and y equal to minus root over of 3. So I can write theta equal to, here theta equal to tan inverse y by x, or I can write this is tan inverse of minus root 3 divided by minus 1. Okay. So minus minus get cancelled. This will be tan inverse of root 3, which is also, this is also pi by 3. Then what is the difference between the, so here you can see that here in the first question the x is positive and y is the positive. So here this 1 and root 3, they will lie in the first quadrant. Okay, this theta equal to pi by 3, this will lie in the first quadrant. Why? Because this, the value of x and the value of y, that is 1 and root 3, they are both positive, so they will lie in the first quadrant. But here in the second question, x is negative as well as y is negative. So the part of x and y, since they are both negative, they will lie in this third quadrant and the angle is pi by 3. Now if I will calculate the principal argument, from this formula we can recall, in this third quadrant the value is minus of pi minus theta. This is the argument of z is in the third quadrant equal to minus of pi minus theta. So here I can write, this is the value of theta, that is pi by 3. So the argument of z, I can write here, the argument of z is equal to minus of pi minus, this is your pi by 3. So pi minus pi by 3 is your 3 pi minus pi, that is your 2 pi by 3, or this is the minus sign is here. So this will be minus 2 pi by 3, clear. So this is the principal argument of z, that is minus 2 pi by 3, or you can plot, this will be nothing but your minus 2 pi by 3. So if you can remember, when this theta is negative, when this value is negative, it means clearly that, from the first class I have already told you, that is when theta is negative, then we are considering the angle, that is this angle we are considering, this is your in the clockwise direction, this theta will be equal to 2 pi by 3. This angle is your 2 pi by 3, clear. Since this is negative, you can write this is the 2 pi by 3 angle. When theta is positive, it means that we are considering the anti-clockwise direction. Now let us take another example, that is minus 1 minus I. Here you can see that x equal to minus 1 and y equal to minus 1, y is also equal to minus 1. So from this you can calculate the theta value will be equal to tan inverse y by x, or this is your tan inverse minus 1 divided by minus 1, or this is tan inverse 1. Tan inverse 1 is nothing but pi by 4. This angle will be pi by 4. Tan inverse 1 is the pi by 4. So from this you can calculate the argument of z, principal argument. Since here you can see that the value of x is negative and y is negative, so no doubt the complex number minus 1 minus I, it will lie in the third quadrant. So in this third quadrant I can write, for the argument of z, this will be minus of pi minus theta. So this will be equal to minus of pi minus pi by 4. So this will be 4 pi minus pi, it means 3 pi by 4, that is equal to minus 3 pi by 4. Here you can see this is the negative sign. So negative sign means in the clockwise direction the theta angle will be 3 pi by 4. So if I will plot the curve, so this will be like this angle. Okay. So clockwise direction means the, from this real x axis, this angle from the real axis, it makes an angle 3 pi by 4, clear. And if you want to calculate in the anti-clockwise direction, so no doubt you can calculate, this will be your 5 pi by 4, because the total angle is your 360 degree. So this will be 5 pi by 4. Understood? So you can solve this 3 plus 3i. This is your homework. So simply you have to just remember that in the first quadrant the capital argument of z equal to small argument of z, that is equal to theta, and in the second quadrant this will be pi minus theta, third quadrant this will be pi of pi minus theta, and in the fourth quadrant this will be minus theta. This is all for today. Thank you.